All right, hello everybody. I'm on two devices. I'm on my phone and my computer. So if I'm looking at a weird thing, that is why. Here to talk to you today about lunch prepping and lunches for kids and the products that we have and any little life hacks. Even if you haven't got Tupperware, this will be appropriate for you. So I'm going to make a few things like I do for my own kids' lunches, but it's definitely a hypothetical because my kids are not doing any like school or care or anything at the moment. This is what I used to do when I was a school mom, and I always had people that were envious of my kids' lunch boxes. Teresa could attest to that because she was at Play Centre with me. And Tupperware has an older style of lunch box, which I also use. So there's no point showing you because it's in the catalogue, and then you get jealous that you don't have it. So I'm just going to show you these things. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. If you're watching this on the replay, pop your questions in the comments. Obviously, I'm doing this thingamabobby, but if you've got a consultant that you already know, go back to them with for ordering and stuff. You can go to them for questions too, but I'm happy to answer questions as well. So we're going to prep an omelette today. So I've gone on about the omelette maker a lot. So if you're in my group, you would have already have seen this, but I'm going to show you why it's so amazing for lunches. So here's some I prepared earlier. 3 eggs already in our micro picture jug. I always like to use this jug to show people how amazing it is because it has a lid. It's really sturdy. It can go in the microwave, so it's great for melting your butter. Sometimes I cook my frozen veggies in here. You can melt chocolate, etc. So we'll tell you how not to burn it. So yeah, really handy little jug. So you'll mix your eggs, and this is very easy. This whisk, it's got no hole in the like no joiny thing at the bottom, so it's really awesome for mixing things without getting clumping at the bottom, and it's nice and flexy, so you can actually bend it around the inside of your jug or bowl or whatever you're using it for. So omelette maker. This is deep enough that you can actually put your eggs in there and whisk them in the omelette maker. So there's that option too. I've already pre-prepared some tomato from our garden. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that across. I've got our speedy grater, which I've put our cheese in ready to go. Put the top on, and you can actually put it over the top of the container, but I'm not going to do that because it'll make the container flip. So it's good, kids can use this too. It's our cheese is popping out the bottom, but that's enough cheese anyway. Sprinkle that on there. Oh, I spent to put the spinach on first. I've got lots of spinach in our garden at the moment. We've got some baby leaves, but some of them are big honky leaves. So, hey, Kelly, thanks for being on. We're on Zoom too. So if you wanted to be on the actual Zoom to talk to us and ask questions, feel free to pop on there. If you go into my group, you'll see the Zoom linky thing. And I can see on our Zoom is Zoe. So thanks for being here. I'm wondering if that is Zoe Smith from Hunterville. And if it is, you've just reminded me that I have to drop off bowls to the bookshop to your mum for you. Right, so we've got our kitchen scissors, which I'll use for like cutting herbs, obviously spinach, because that's what I'm doing, and meats and whatnot. So when my meat comes in from the supermarket, I pre-cut everything into what I'm going to cook it for. So really awesome for cutting up your schnitzel steak or your chunks of chicken. All right, hide the spinach in there so the kids don't know. Get a bit more of a whisk up because we want the spinach in under there. All our cheese is mixed in, but whatever, I'm just going to use salt and pepper. You can apparently get Tupperware salt and pepper shakers, but they only come out on special. So that hasn't happened since I've been back involved in Tupperware. So I'm looking forward to that. Right, have I got everything? Obviously, if you had bacon or ham, you could put that in. You just want to pre-cook your bacon. The rule with the omelette maker is normally about a minute an egg. It depends on your microwave though, okay? So bear that in mind. We've lost Teresa. Hopefully she'll come back because she's going to demonstrate something. Right. Right, that's on for 3 minutes. So while that is going, I can clean up my mess. The scissors come apart, so they're really good, easy cleaning. But make sure that you tell your flatmate. It doesn't mean they're broken because I had a flatmate that nearly threw away my scissors because she thought they were broken. Right, so that's that. That's our little speedy grater. So I'll show you the pieces of the speedy grater. Squeeze it in there. Get a bit of cheese out of there. So it's literally just handheld. It's got some little bungs on the bottom. It's got little notches on there, so you can use the notches to sit on bowls, pots or whatever, so it's not going to slip and slide. And then you just get your little zizzy thing that zizzes along, squeeze the sides to pop it on, and then you just slide it back and forward. But you've got your little pushy thing here that you can push on your cheese with. I never know the technical names of stuff. And you can actually lock it in place, which I haven't figured out because I haven't been worried about my kids cutting stuff there. So you can actually put the red thing on so that now can't move. Someone else has come on. Is that you, Karen? Hello.
Yeah, Karen, yeah.
Any questions, fire them through. Any other product info that you've got that I don't have, definitely fire them through. So that's some of the stuff I use to prep the omelette. Another thing, what can we start with? We've got a whole lot of stuff here. So I'm like, where do I even start with this? I can tell where I'm putting my cheese in because I need to put some cheese away. You can get 2 of these Cubits containers for $46. At the moment, if you buy these, you can also get the Aloha bowls. I think they work out to be, does anyone know that offhand? There's a deal on Aloha bowls. You get 4. Normally they're
I got that deal. One is like, I think it drops to 35 for the bowls, I think. So I bought that deal, yeah.
Love it. So often people have issues with what container am I going to put my 1 kg of cheese in. So a Cubits is what they fit in. And I use them for crackers, which I'm going to show you about in a minute. I'll put this away. And saying I have put it away, but sometimes in lunches, I'll just put cut up strips of cheese, because you'll see in these containers, you have different compartments. So often I'll do like cut up carrot, cut up cheese, or carrot and cucumber. And I have got cucumber as well, so we can use that. I'm just going to spray that into something. We have some bench space. Put a cut up tomato in our little snack cup. We can use it later. Willow will literally just eat that with all of the random pieces of cheese in through it. That microwave should nearly be finished. And then I can demo some other cooking stuff. We have dishcloths, we have tea towels too. Right, how's this going? There's 27 seconds, so I can quickly talk about our Vent Smart range. So Vent Smart is for helping fruit and veggies stay fresher for longer. It's got the little breathing hole on the top, and the front of it tells you what rate fruit and veggies breathe at. You can just download those pictures off the internet if you want to print them out to have them on your fridge, but they are on the front of every container. And also, sorry, I've just seen a message come through, it's throwing me. Also, depending on which size things fit in here, you'll find there's a different menu, so it's not the same on every container. So for example, carrots, they don't need to do any breathing, so you want the hole closed. And I went away to Taranaki for a week, and this is one. Anyway, these are from a week old, and I brought some from the supermarket yesterday, and I just chucked them straight in. Every now and then I'll drain the water. Maybe wipe the top of the get the surface on that just helps it last even longer. In the bottom of the container, get our little carrots out of here. It's got these groovy things, so the water doesn't sit. Your fruit and veggies. Mama. Obviously, it's sitting on top. Right, let's check out. So, maybe did it for a little bit long. So it's a little bit shriveled up, but you can see that that's done there. So we can just tip that out on our board, cut that into slices. So that will be perfect for our lunchbox. And even though it looks a bit shriveled, it actually feels not too bad. If you do it for a bit long, the egg gets a bit dry. I know what I forgot to put in there. You can put a bit of cream or a bit of milk, and that prevents it from getting quite as dry. Linda, I have 2-week-old rhubarb, still super fresh. I know that. Hello. So I'm just going live on Facebook, but you're welcome to join my cooking demonstration.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So you've been here?
Oh, yeah, I've been
here
here
before. Do you need a chair to stand on? Or?
No, it's all good.
Perfect.
No, it's not that high. Yeah.
The meter reader man is here. Right, so then that's going to cool down. So I'll put that on a plate to cool down. Using, of course, our Tupper Kids plates. They come in a set of 4 different colours. They have matching bowls and bell tumblers. So I put those on there because they're a bit hot. So obviously if you did this the night before, you're all ready to go for the morning, which is what I did. I never made lunches in the morning. I made all my lunches the night before. If I had like crackers or something to put in, I'd either put them in a separate container or I'd just open it up and put those in the morning. We have our sandwich keepers, so you can put different things, obviously sandwiches and sandwich keepers, because for some people this isn't a big enough lunch box for their lunch, so they need something extra. So that's where our little other things come in. And we also have snack cups. So at the moment you can get a set of four of these and 4 of these. I think it's for $44. So yogurts, tinned fruit, anything that you don't want liquid like leaking out of, these are liquid type. They are amazing. Obviously not just for food. If your kids got lots of masks, you might want to stuff some masks in there, or they might want to put crackers in there, or they might want to put their money in there, or they might want to put a mouth guard in there. So there are lots of different uses for those. And I find these little containers are really awesome for like dressings, or like when Willow's going to daycare, I didn't want to have heaps of pineapple, but I wanted to have some. So that's a nice little size for that. They don't come with Tupperware written on them, but they're super cute. If you didn't like the size of those, or the thank you, or the snack cups, you can get, I think they're called, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, you can get 4 of these. I think they're $21. They are not technically for the freezer, but I know that people meal prep all of their kids' baby foods and they freeze it in there because that's like, bam, a meal just done like that. So you get your turbo chef and your whip stuff up. Right, what else was I going to say on that? I think that's all. Drink bottles, of course, we want our kids going to school with drinks and not drinking off their friends' bottles. So at the moment we have the 500 ml range, not in this color, there's a whole range of different colors, but the spout is really big for easy filling, easy cleaning. And on the inside of the lid, it actually has a seal and you can get all of these parts replaced. So if your drink bottle started leaking, which hasn't happened to mine and this is super old, you can get a new seal. And then the drinking spout is really easy to drink from. It's got the extra level of sealing there. So when you push it down, it's all sealed. My kids' ones are all chewed along here because they use their mouths, their teeth to open that. So that's what my kids were using, or we had a slightly smaller size, but now that we are onto these drink bottles, this is what we all have. Even Willow has one. This is Willow's and she has one. So they're really easy to drink from. Again, everything is replaceable. So on the inside, you've got your straw in there and your drinking spout. So when you have it set down like that, it's not going to leak. And I love these ones for being when you're driving in the car. So we'll have that moment where we drink our drink bottle and we stick the drink bottle up to the roof and then we spill it, or we can't get the last of the water out and it's a pain. This one's just like, and you're good to go. Linda, our divided lunchbox containers on special at them, are they? All right, nice, good spotting. I'll just turn this a little bit more because I realize that people can't see properly. So if you weren't into like packing your food into this, or your snack cups, you may just want the stow and go. Not really an adult size lunchbox, but it's kind of like your bento box, so it's perfect for kids. So it's got 3-4 compartments down there, and then you put the top on, you've got another 3 up there. So you have your little raisins, your little chips, your little crackers. As a general rule, I like to do waste-free lunch boxes. It doesn't always mean that stuff doesn't come out of waste. I try and avoid that, but I don't send the kids to school with waste. So if they're having a muesli bar, I'll often open a muesli bar and they can have half each because they're 3 and 5. They don't need all of that sugar. Same if they're having a fruit stick or something. What else comes in packets? I buy yogurt in big containers, so they always have the yogurt in there. What else do I do? So they always have carrot sticks. I thought I could talk to you guys about meal prepping, if that's something you're interested in. That's right, I got on a segue with my Vent Smarty things. So yeah, obviously stores things for a very long time. So carrots are in there. I generally don't store my fruit in here because it goes faster than it needs to be stored, but things like carrots can sometimes sit around. So we have a grater. We have 2 types of graters, and this one here you can flip the blade around depending on what kind of cutty pattern you want on there, but I just literally want a straight one. Okay, so I'm going to grate my carrot, because carrots keep for ages in the fridge even when they're cut. Obviously apples, unless you're going to soak them in lemon juice to make sure they don't go brown. You don't want to prep too much stuff like that, but you could prep your cut orange and store it in these clear mates, which is what I'm going to do now. My kids will be able to come home and be like, oh yeah, we have some pre-cut carrots. Tupperware have a knife range, so if you haven't used their knife range, they do have one. Oh, there's a yucky bit on there. Better. So you get different sized clear mates. So say for example, if I was going to get them prepped for the lunchbox, I'd probably make the pieces quite small, so you could just fill up your whole clear mate with all of your prepped up carrot. Maybe pop in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat on Zoom. Pop in the chat anything that you're thinking, oh, this is what I need to do for my kids' lunches, or if you've got your own lunch hacks. Imagine if I cut my finger live. I'd be like, ring the ambulance. If you've got your own lunch hacks, definitely put them in the chat, because that's what this whole thing is about. It's not just about, hey, buy my Tupperware, but Tupperware does make it easier. It's about let's make lunch making easier. So my biggest tip, aside from Tupperware and what I'm doing here, is to do it the night before. So as soon as my kids would go to bed, often during dinner making, I'd start prepping. So I'd be thinking, okay, kids have got daycare tomorrow in school, whatever. We're having pasta for tea, let's cook extra pasta, and then I'd have that sitting cooling down, and then it'd be cooled down enough after dinner that I'd start putting it into the lunch boxes, and then literally put it in the fridge, good to go. I'm a bit OCD, so they have all color-coded stuff, but then Willow was born, and so she kind of has a mix match of stuff, but Elliot's is blue, Paisley's is purple, and Willow's is like pink and yellow and a whole lot of other random ones. Snack cups are great for yogurt or jelly. Jelly, yes, that's a good one. My kids don't like jelly, but that is a good tip. And our snack cups, I want to show you something. Hang on. Oh, I don't have any. But if you think Meal Mates crackers fit in here. So my kids love Meal Mates crackers, and snack cups are really good. Maybe if you're thinking, okay, the kids have got their lunch sorted, but then they've got a soccer practice after school, they have a few snack cups of things that can just stay in their bag. If they don't eat them that day, they're going to keep for ages. Like you could have the crackers in their bag for a couple of weeks, so maybe a bit broken, but they'll still be very edible. So yeah, very robust. And the containers themselves, they're really hard. Like they're a little bit flexy, but they're super hard. They're not just going to like crumble in the bag. Not going to get cracks in them like some other brands of plastic that we know. So the Clear Mates, obviously with my lunch prep, this would be full of whatever, and I'd put it in the fridge and away we go. So let's get an actual lunch prepared. I'm going to have some carrots. And I've got something super cool to show you. Look at this. It's a double yoker cucumber. Has anyone ever seen that before? Crazy, crazy. Right. Sometimes my kids like them peeled, but they can just have whatever today. And normally the pieces would not be this big because it would be not a double yoker. Right. My kids don't mind the flavor of cucumbers, so that could go in there with the carrots. They love their crackers. As I was talking earlier about the container, and we have labels that you can get for your modulars, and you can also get lots of clear ones. So we buy all the varieties of crackers in the world, like Salada, they just say square on the front, snacks, meal mates, big rice crackers, little rice crackers, so it says it all on there. So they could have a variety of crackers in there, and I'm just going to get some more. Cubics used to have this range, so it's the same type of container, it's just a different shape. They're not in the catalogue at the moment, so I'll just break up a few of those crackers and put those in there. Then these kids are going to fight over who gets this lunchbox. My kids eat a lot of fruit generally, so this compartment sometimes would just be full of fruit and then all their treats would be in the other area, but we're going to do a bit different today. All right, so they need some pieces of banana. I always like to cut it up so they're not going to have to ask anyone to bloody help them, because I'm a school teacher and I got sick of opening people's bananas. No offense if I've taught any of your guys' kids. No, haven't. We're good. Little fruit stick. So the fruit stick can probably go in with the crackers because we don't want it to get soggy from the bananas. In this case, I'm going to put the muesli bar in with this so it ruins my waste-free lunch plan, but that's okay. Looking for some apple. Cut up an apple. And then, of course, if my kid was having sandwiches, which we don't because we are gluten-free. So the sandwich keepers we normally use as like little snack packs are in the car, because you know the food's not going to have to store in there for ages, so you can put your apple with your muesli bar with no packet and your boxes of raisins, which we don't have any boxes of raisins, but the kids, when they were doing here, they would always have boxes of raisins. My little apples in there. If there's any more tips, feel free to throw them in. That we're good. Try not to cut my hand on live Facebook. I've done a couple of lives where my kids have been riding horses, or I've been training horses, and that way you say, oh my God, imagine if I got like kicked in the head or something in the middle of a live. That'd be horrendous. And do stay around too, because Teresa, she's back. She's about to do a demonstration for us of how to use the omelette maker, which is this little beastie that I showed you how to literally make it. Oh, shivers, I haven't left any room in the lunchbox for the omelettes. Okay, so the omelettes are going to have to go in something else. That could be a snack pack job, or I have these containers which I utilized because they are the same color, but they're not in the catalog at the moment. But that's why probably the talking point about this is when things do become available and you think, oh, that could be handy, I'll hold out and wait till next time. Sometimes there isn't a next time. So for example, this Disney set may not hang around. So if you're thinking, I want a cute Disney set, which Trish is going to show you in a minute, make sure you stay tuned for that one. So yeah, this would be the perfect omelet container. Or if you've got a kid who only wants a few little snacks, there's no reason why you couldn't smush it in a, look at that, smush it in a snack cup. Then put your lid on. It's not quite the same container as the lunchbox. Got our cut up pieces of apple. Look how cute that is. And you could also put, of course, a snack cup of yogurt, and then like bam, kids can go to lunch. The colours don't match, but bam, there's their drink bottle, away they go. And that is in the fridge the night before, so you're all good to go. All right, Tris, are you ready to come on? My fridge is open, it's beeping at me. Sorry to the people that are live, you're seeing a real close-up of my face right now. We'll go that one. I'll see if I can pin you so you don't add pin, maybe. Trissa the biggest? Oh, I'm still there. I need to remove my pin. All right, is Trissa the biggest now?
If I start,
what's that?
if I start talking, does that make me big?
You're big now. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to turn the live people.
Hi everybody. So my name's Teresa. For those that are watching that don't know me, haven't seen me before, Cheryl is my lovely manager, working alongside all the other consultants. So jumping on to show you how quick and easy it is to make brownie in your omelette maker. So I have started. I've put it says 2 packets of drinking chocolate. I've just put a couple of tablespoons. 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour. I've put 3. I tried this out last week and it was very yummy, but I couldn't eat the whole thing. So I thought I'd just have a play with the recipe. So in here, 2 tablespoons of canola oil, along with the chocolate powder and flour, 2 tablespoons of water. I'll just interrupt Thomas while he's doing his mixing in the sink. Vanilla essence into the bowl. So one thing we don't really measure, KP tool, the whiskey beater thingy. So just mixing that up. Look at that chocolatey goodness. So Cheryl has made omelette, and I am making a chocolate brownie. So I'm going to put that mixture into there, spread it out a little bit. And then into here, we're also going to chuck some chocolate chips. So 1/4 cup, I think that's too many. So I'm going to cut down. Not really a big chocolatey eater, but if you are, pop it in the comments so then Cheryl can see and then we know who loves their chocolate more. Right, so that's set to go. Top of the lid onto there, into the microwave for 60 to 90 seconds. So I'm going to do 90 seconds. Last time I did 60 seconds, didn't work out as good. So I'll be back. Right, so while that is cooking away, oh look, Thomas is waving hi. The mini collection, oh my gosh, look how beautiful they are. Absolutely in love. So just arrived in the post today. So this is a little like snacky container, lunch box, bento box, I think they're called. So 2 compartments there. This little one can fit in there. And pop the lid on. So beautiful.
So that divider in the middle, it's solid, because in the old style that you could move the divider, but you can't move that divider.
Can't move that divider.
That's good, because people always lost the divider and then they'll be like, oh my God, I haven't got the divider. Cool.
That was me with the other dinosaur set, which I'll show you soon. So the little tumblers, so they're quite a big spout on those ones, but super duper cute. Loving the mini. We also have the Mickey, which is just as cute. So same concept, same lunchbox, just the black and the red with the solid divider in the middle. So using those for snacks, whatever you like. I'm picturing a sandwich would fit in there. Looks like a pretty decent size. Is that good? That's all for the mini stuff. And then we have, so I think this is in unicorns as well. So there's the dinosaur set, and I'm pretty sure it's the unicorns, but you can also get polka dot ones. Yeah, I'm thinking those 2 go together, and then there's the dotty ones as well. So in this set, you get the cooler bag, one of the sports drink bottles, which are not in the current range, but you can get them in these sets. Has a little snack cuppy, great for keys, great for coins, great for, I don't know what else. This is Thomas's one. He's eaten the end. Really, really disappoints me. And then it also comes with like a little bento box, much like the minis, although slightly smaller than the mini. How can you see? It's a slightly smaller size. This one has the removable divider, which I found winning. So when I tidied up my pantry the other day, I found that. So it's got a removable one to make it different sizes. Let's turn my tap off. Tom's got the hot tap running. Yeah, so that's another little set. The Tupperware. Right, microwave's finished. Let's check out this brownie. Oh, smells really good. Oh, chocolatey goodness. Even though I don't like chocolate, I love and appreciate the smell of a good chocolate.
They look so good. I love about this that, you know, a lot of people would obviously bake because the Tupperware silicone range is so good. So they're going to be on Sunday, prepping baking for the week and freezing dough. Who actually does that? But people do. No judgment if you do. But this is great if you're like, shit, I haven't made anything sweet or I don't have any muesli bars. Shit, that's coming out easy. You can just, oh my God, looks like it needs yogurt and cream. You could just, you know, cut some strips off that and put it in the kids' lunchbox. I love that.
Yeah, so quick and easy. I reckon doubling the recipe would make it like a better size, cutting into slices. It would last, you know, 2 or 3 lunch boxes.
And I reckon you could, like, say you were doing, you know, sometimes, I don't know if this happens to other people, but you make a cake batter or you make a muffin batter and then you've got like maybe 2 muffin cups left over and then you're like, I've got to like wait for, so you could just finish your muffin batter off in here. Like I bet there's other recipes where you could experiment with, or like your leftover batter, you could just finish it off in there. Yeah. Eat it straight out of the omelette container with putting berries and yogurt on the top. Oh my gosh, yum.
Yeah, definitely hot.
Oh, thank you for sharing that because I haven't made the brownie thing yet. I've just done omelette. So
that's my second time making it. Smells pretty good and it looks a lot better than my first attempt. Yeah.
I think it's getting to know your microwave as well. And I don't know. Yeah. Love that.
Oh, is that all you want to share?
Yeah, shall we make open floor for questions? We'll go gallery view, maybe try and unpin you. If anyone's got any questions. So there are people on Facebook. I see people on, oops, sorry, that's my finger. Oopsie daisies. Got lots of people watching, so that's awesome. Did anyone on here have questions? Comments? Love that. So I've answered all the questions about how lunch making doesn't have to be horrendous. You guys probably like, oh, already knew about lunch making, guys. Challenge you to do your own lives. So, you know, that's how we do it. But like I say, my kids don't go anywhere. But I tell you what I should do is literally make the lunches, even though they're home. I think that would simplify my life because the amount of times I've been feeding the kids during the day. Or even if you just had all your stuff prepped, cut up so it's easy. You don't have to put it in the boxes necessarily, but that they've got, I actually do have a system. This is my last system and then I'm going to go, okay? On the inside of the pantry, this is the, don't frickin' ask me for food because there's a list of the stuff you can have. Okay, so that's my little life hack is you could make a little thing of all of the things. Oh, you guys are on the computer. You can't see that. I do this every time. Okay, I'm going to take you over to my pantry, Mr. Computer. Meow. Meow. On here, it's just a display of all of the food that we always have in our cupboards. So instead of them saying, can we have such and such? It's like, is it on the list? And then all of the treat things that they have, they know they have to ask for, but if they ask too many times, I get really grumpy. Yeah, so Facebook, I'm going to say sayonara. See you later. Thank you for being here. And on this one, I'm going to stop the recording.